Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Your Music Live here on Studio Live today for another week. This is our show where I play your music. We spend some time here listening to some tunes from the Studio Live Today community. So let's get ourselves started with some funk, shall we? This is our buddy Grov GT from his album, The Adventures of Quincy Phones. This is H, My Footprints, here on Your Music Live. There you go. Nothing like a bit of funk to start the day. That is GT, Grov GT over on Bandcamp, a song, an arrangement of the old standard My Footprints, which is called H. And we listened to a tune last week from GT, and I said, man, that was so funky. People dug that so much. I need to play another one. What is the next song I should play? And he said, yeah, play this one. Give this one a spin. And my man GT also grabbed himself a Studio Live Today hoodie. So it's not payola. Don't worry. You don't get played here just because you buy some merch. But yeah, I wanted to shout out and say a big thank you for your support. And what a groovy start to the day. SM Borthwick, it's a fine groove to start. Love that bass. I know. Isn't it cool? I'm so happy it's Friday. Well, I'm so happy it's Saturday morning here for me. Very cool. Very nice groove that we had going on there from our buddy Grov. And as always, all of the songs that we'll be playing will be down in the description. So if you want to go back and listen to all of the tunes, the full versions, because we'll play about a minute to a minute and a half of each song here today. But yeah, if you want to hear the whole thing, go back and do it. If it's your first time here, my name is Pete. This is Studio Live Today. My goal here is to help you create, record, and release your best music. This show in particular is where we showcase some of the music being created by the community for a couple of reasons: to give some exposure, sure, but more importantly so that the community here, myself and everyone else here that listens to the show, that watches here live, that watches the replay, can provide their feedback and can let them know what is awesome about the song, and if there's anything that can be worked on, because yeah, we're all here to learn. It is a lifelong learning experience here on Studio Live Today, or at least for me. Alex Backers, g'day to you. Yeah, 6:30 a.m. in Adelaide. Hope I'm right this time. You are right indeed, my friend. That is right. I'm up early, the early bird here, catching the worm. Hello to Happy Ron, who's here. We got Cody Bradley, we got Russ, we got Tom Rochelle, we got Mark, we got Jade. Patrick, hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. We better kick on with some more tunes. I wanted to start our day funky, and I thought that was a cool way to start things off. And because I've seen Russ, well, again, we jump around here a little bit. If you do have a song you want to share, just email me, pete@studiolivetoday.com. Put YML in the subject, and then please give me a sentence or two about your song. Some people are just sending me a link, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it, and I like to be able to talk it in and give you a little bit of background before we actually start playing a tune. SoundCloud. I've tried to queue up a song here, and SoundCloud's like, you want me to play this right away, don't you? I'm like, no, SoundCloud, I really do not. and it won't not play. Anyway, we're going to jump into our next song. Like I said, Russ is here. Russ 88889, and I asked recently when we played Russ's song a couple of weeks back, what's the 8889 about? And he said the 8889 is I started producing music in 88, 89 when house music was big. So my best years were 88 to 89 when I was 18. If you could possibly play a track from 2 minutes 30 to 30, this is the usual kind of electronic music I make, a bit more up tempo and made for DJs in clubs. There you go. So we're gonna kick it. We've gone old school funk, and now we're gonna kick it up to some house music tunage. So let's bring this one up. This is our buddy Russ, and we're gonna play this one. It's a tune called Real Life. And we're going to play it from 2 minutes 30, he reckons. See, SoundCloud makes it hard to find the spot, but I'll guesstimate it. We'll hit the volume up, I'll guesstimate the spot, and we'll try to come in around about that mark. Let's do it. This is Russ on Your Music Live.
I wanna be president, president, president. He said, if you vote for me, I promise to deliver you even more bass, even more soul, longer hours on the dance floor, DJs who believe as we believe. If you vote for me, I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house.
There is not enough house music in our world these days, right? Oh, yeah, loving this one. Bouncing around. What is it? Alex says bouncing. Yeah, I know. I'm bouncing in my chair here. You're probably hearing the squeaking. I try to turn the mic down, but sometimes I forget. And if you hear me squeaking around, it's because I'm dancing in my seat, a bit of seat dancing. It's all you can do at the moment. Even if you go out and see live music, at least here in Adelaide, in Australia, when you go out to music, you can't stand up and dance. You can't stand up and drink. Everything must be seated. We're going to come out the other end of this thing with big butts from sitting on our asses for the next 6 months and the last 6 months. Oh yeah, the days of clubbing, right? That's flashing me back to the early 90s when I was I was not even the early 90s, mid 90s. Hang on, how old was I? I have to have been 18. So it must have been 1997. Just doing that quick check. Righty. So yeah, well done. Thank you, Russ. That's the sort of music I usually make. Well, it's very cool music. And yeah, thank you for sharing it. House music is awesome. Yeah, house music for the win. A lot of the music that is produced these days kind of has a lot of its roots in house music, and all the EDM genres and styles do borrow a lot from the old house music trends that we had back in the day. So there you go. There is Russ, and thank you, Russ, for sharing. Right now, again, we're jumping around here, and because I'm seeing the people that I see here in the chat are the ones who I'll jump in and actually play. So SM Borthwick, hello to you, our buddy Scott. Excuse me, who is being interviewed tomorrow here on the channel. So make sure you do not miss that one. We've got home studio Q&A tomorrow, and then we're going to be having an interview with the one and only SM Borthwick, which should be a lot of fun. I'm going to find out all about how Scott creates his music and has created his persona and his music. I did miss one here, so sorry. Thank you to Vacantly Gaming for the super sticker. Yeah, and if you do want to support the channel, feel free. No pressure, but you can, because this show is sponsored by me. It's sponsored by Studio Live today. If you want to support the channel, there's ways you can do that down in the description, or you can use, if you're here live, you can use a super chat or a super sticker, and that will pop up here. And if I don't miss it like I did just then, I will make sure that I give you a shout out. Let's bring up this tune. So I've missed there. So we'll come back here. So this is Scott says I've just released a new track via DistroKid and made a little video to go with it. Hope you'll find it worthy of inclusion in an upcoming YML. Well, I sure do, and that's what we're playing here. I don't really know what style of music this is, so I've been describing it as alternative Latin boogie. Well, there you go. Now I'm super intrigued. It's so different to my typical style that I decided the new artist name was appropriate. This is the debut of the infamous Empanadas. The video is also the debut of my son Tommy, who is clearly adding the trumpet chops to the mix. Wow, this is cool. I'm already excited, and we haven't even hit play yet. Let's come in and hit the button. Quincy Phones just entered. You let us off here today, so if you missed the start, you missed your track. You were the opening number today, so you'll have to go back and take a listen to that. Let's come in here though. This is our buddy SM Borthwick, aka the infamous Empanadas with Realmente. And here's the official music video. Let's turn up the volume here. Let's hit play on this one here on Your Music Alive. That is so gosh darn cool. Oh yes, super funky. Andy says really made my day the first time I saw it. Well, this is the first time I saw it, and it's making my day as well. I agree, Lady Rodeline. I was definitely jiggling. I'm probably jiggling too. I got about 10 kgs of COVID jiggling here. Can I get a name in? Yeah, getting the funk out of the trunk. And who was it that said, yeah, I wish I had that switch. The switch on there to go from lockdown to downtown. That is so cool. And it is so fun. I think people are embracing a little bit of, I think folks getting out of their comfort zone has been one of the big positives of the lockdown, going from lockdown to downtown. There's so many folks that are just getting out there and experimenting and exploring new things that perhaps you wouldn't have done before all this crud went down. So that, again, you got to look on the bright side of things. As I keep saying, I'm a glass kind of guy. Now I got to get the names right here. The infamous Empanadas, and I'm gonna have to put SM Borthwick. And if you want to find out, as I said, if you want to find out how Scott made that video, made that track, then please join me tomorrow, because we'll be interviewing SM Borthwick about his creation experience and journey and everything that goes into his world of creating music. So that should be a heck of a lot of fun. Excuse me. I'll press the high button there. So thank you everyone for yeah. Sorry, I know you said jigging, but I said jiggling. Sion, thank you to you. I love you. Thomas says kid is cute and is half and it's half in another language. Amazing. I know you've gone the best of all worlds there, and yeah, we all need some fun. This was an absolute blast. It did look like it. It looked like you were having a heap of fun in there. And yes, be like Gary. Don't miss tomorrow's interview because it should be a heck of a lot of fun. Let's jump back into my list of things here. Because we've got a bunch of other stuff to get through here. And why don't we change it up? Well, I don't actually know if we're going to change it up here, but our buddy Ron Hill, Happy Ron, does share a song from time to time. So I think we should probably play one. And Ron this week has shared something called Pitter Patter. So I'm keen. I've been catching Ron. Ron does some cool. Oh, is this the right one? Pitter Patter. Yeah, starring Happy Ron and 9 Fab San Diego singing women. This already looks cool. All right, I'm going to bring this one up over here. Yeah, if you don't know Happy Ron, check him out on your usual places. He's kind of the only Happy Ron in town, so you'll be able to dig him up and find him on the Facebooks and the YouTubes and the everywhere else's. But let's bring this one up now. I've got no context of this, Ron. If you're here in the chat, let us know. Just give us a couple of lines in the story of this one as we play it here. And yeah, because I know nothing about it. I trust you though, so I'm going to hit play and hope that there's nothing. I know it's right. Ron likes to skirt the edges of appropriateness, but yeah, I don't think it'll be anything to worry about here. Here we go. Let's hit play on this one. This is an oldie but a goodie. I'm assuming this is from back in August 2009. That's how long Happy Ron's been doing this caper, and this is called Pitter Patter here on Your Music Live.
Think a lot about it, and I hope she won't be nervous with me. I hope she won't be nervous with me. Hair, she's got the curly hair. To touch I dare not dare, but I hope it rushes up against me. I hope it rushes up against me.
How do you listen or watch Happy Ron without a smile on your face, without again bopping your head? Everything today has been all about the foot tapping and the head bopping and the seat jigging, not jiggling. But there he is, Happy Ron with what was it? With nine Fab San Diego singing women. So Ron all about San Diego. It is somewhere where I've been to briefly. Hang on, let me make sure. Was it San Diego that I went to on the way to Mexico when I went to what's the place just over the border? Oh man, I'm losing it. To Tijuana. So yeah, I was in Los Angeles, and I think we went through San Diego and stopped off there very briefly to get to Tijuana. Correct me if I'm wrong. Geography's not my strong point. Yeah, cool song from Happy Ron. Cool song. What a fun video as well. Always fun. Always good times there. A feel good song. Nice and happy vibes. Exactly. Really enjoy it. And again, this is from 11 years ago. So Ron's not just, fly by night, let's just create some music. Ron's been doing this stuff, doing this caper for a very long time. And it's very cool. And yeah, another fun song and cool video too as well. I do love it. My computer's holding up too. It's playing videos. No one's put it to the test. Although we've got some other videos coming up. Appropriately, I have Auntie G on the screen at the moment. In fact, why don't we... I'm letting things just sort of follow natural trends here today. So when I see someone, and I know I've got one of their songs in my list here, I'm going to grab them and play them. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. I just need to put Happy Ron here in the description. Once again, if you do want to catch up, Pitter Patter, if you do want to catch up with all the tunes, follow the people in the places that I'm playing here today, just go down to the description. You'll be able to find a link to all of the tracks that I play here today, including the next one, which I just have to find as I stall for time. I've realized that my comfort word is ah. I don't but I go ah. So you have to pick me up. I'm working on my public speaking and not going ah, because I talk too quickly. I don't need to fill every small silence with ah. Otherwise, I just sound like a gaping fish. That's not right. Let's jump in and bring this one up. So, I actually really enjoy this one. I have listened to this one and seen this video already. I normally wait till the show, but I couldn't resist hitting play on this one when I saw it pop up because I love the message. This is from our friend Gertrude, and Gertrude says the message in this song is that not everything in life has to be perfect and that you can set your own standard for what perfect is to you. So I've set my new standard at 80%. That's my new 100 because in the end, who will ever notice the difference? Amen. Can I get an amen to that one? All the instruments are virtual, made on GarageBand on my iPhone. The idea with the street art is not perfectly made, but it's still beautiful. All filmed with an iPhone except the dancer, who I found on Pixels, and I just had to use him. Even if he was pretty perfect. There you go. And this is from Auntie G, Gertrude, Coutinho. One day I'll learn how to say people's actual surnames. Let's come over here and bring up this track from Auntie G by pressing this button. There we go. And turn up the volume. Here we go, Auntie G with my new 100 here on Your Music Live. You just want to keep listening and keep watching because it's so cool. The artwork and like the scenery, the way you capture in your videos, Arnie G, is so cool. I want to come and live in Norway where you live because it's so picturesque. There's so much cool stuff and it looks amazing. So yeah, I'll just let the video play there while we grab a few more comments here. Lovely song, great message, and now everyone wants to visit your hometown. 100%, exactly. I want to go and check out all the street art when travel is a thing again. Emo bot, hello to you. Bleep bloop indeed. What's perfection anyway? It's non-existent. It is a myth, and it is. I say this a lot. The reason I love songs like this is that it's absolutely my lot in life is to try and fight this perfectionistic tendency that a lot of us as creators have. It's hard because you want to produce the best possible thing. I know, Jade, you've been managing through things like this recently. I have as well. I created a couple of videos recently that I just wasn't 100% happy with. And you know what? I put it out there. And I think as Annie G said in her comments here, other people aren't going to notice. You are going to be so much more critical on your own thing. In fact, I said to Jade put out her new video. Spoiler alert, we'll be playing it later. Put out her new video. And she said, oh no, I released it in mono. I said, Jade, 80% of the people probably listened on their iPhone speaker anyway. It's not that big a deal. But I know what it's like. When you're the artist, you're like, no, I went to all this effort with all this stereo panning. Surely I can just get it out in the right way. But anyway, I like it. So Tom Rochelle says, yeah, great song, great video. I agree with her 80%, 100%. Exactly. And it's the 80-20 rule for anyone who's used 80-20. What is it? The Pareto principle, where, yeah, you get 80% of your benefit from 20% of your effort. You can also flip that around and say that last 20% that you kind of try to push through often doesn't add a whole lot. It often doesn't really take you from one place to the next. Let's continue on and see imperfectly perfect imperfectionist. And I like, Jade, that you've got your metheist, your avatar there is one of your metheist characters, which is very, very cool. Perfection is the enemy of done. Yes, it is. I was talking about that with my wife yesterday because I sprout that. I think I stole it from Sean Cannell, and he probably stole it from someone else. But yeah, it is true. And if you want to get stuff done, you gotta get it done. Speaking of getting it done, we better get it done here. Again, because I keep seeing people's names, I'm jumping around. And because I saw that logo pop up, you know that we have to play a QB tune, don't you? Let's dig in here because I'm sure I have a QB tune in my list, and then I will go back to the bottom of the list because I do have a bunch of other folks who've shared stuff who aren't necessarily here live, but have shared emails with me over the last week, and I'll bring those up and play them. So we're going over to Slaps. It's a slapping time. If you don't know about slaps.com, it is DistroKid's social music sharing platform. It is very cool. It's a great way to share your music, and it's a great way to keep up with new artists and what other people are sharing. So we'll bring this one up here. We'll turn up the volume. You know it's QB time. This one's probably only at 350 beats per minute. Let's jump in and take a listen to this tune from QB. What is it called, QB? It's called Calm Skies. Oh, it's some chill drum and bass. So let's hit play. Take a listen here on Your Music Live. Friend, the Penguin QB. So chilled. Need to grab a toque. Is that the hat or the? Yeah, I think it's the hat. Reminds me of dancing. What is it? Grove says reminds me of dancing in a sunny rain. Nice, I like it. And yeah, a bit more of a relaxed sound from QB. Very nice. Still that signature pentatonic synth lead. Yes, the very, very cool lead. Great, like the chill drum and bass sound. Exactly. Someone said, would like an album of this. This is the sort of music that I listen to when I've said this before, but when I'm relaxing and just chilling out and doing some other things, like doing the admin side of what I do here, answering emails, paying bills, all of that fun stuff. This is the sort of tunes that I listen to. So when I throw on slaps and a QB tune comes up, I'll take a listen. Yeah, well done, QB, smooth. Like a beat. Yeah, so that's the toque. Is it toque? So that's like a beanie. So I think hockey people, and I'm probably saying it wrong. Is it a toque? Anyway, I know it's a Canadian thing because my Canadian friends are like, I got my Maple Leafs toque. It is toque, isn't it? Anyway, very well programmed drums too on that QB track. Agree with that, Mr. Rochelle. Excuse me. Let's continue on here because we got more music. I've saved that one in, so it is listed down there. Let's go back to the very start. No, what I'm going to do, I just need to do a quick bit of maintenance here on my email because I want to make sure that I put the done ones in the done pile. Pile sounds bad, doesn't it? So we're going to shift over a few other folks there. SM Borthwick we have played. Our friend Happy Ron has had a spin. And QB has just been played, as has our buddy Grover Teague. All right, I've caught up here. We're going to come on down to the bottom here. So let's take a look at some of the other things that have come in through the week. So we've got Joe Gamlin. Yes, so Joe Gamlin says, "Hi Pete, I've been on this show before and I have a new release. I'm pretty proud of it. It's my first song using real guitars and basses, and it's also my heaviest track." Oh, I know we've got some heavy fans around. If the mix sounds bad, it's because I was using really bad headphones to mix, but I thankfully improved the quality. And this is from Joe Gamlin. So let's bring this one up here. We will we'll copy that. Oops, sorry, forgot the link. I was like, okay, I was wondering why I had 2 emails here from Joe, and it's because he said I missed the link on the first one. So that makes sense. By the way, that's perfect way to send it through to me. If you can give me the link, the name of the tune, and a couple of lines about it, that helps me out. So let's bring this one up here. This is our friend Joe. This is Joe Gamlin. This is a tune, looks like it's been released on Amuse, which is cool. This is a tune called Take It Back from Joe Gamlin. Let's take a listen to it live. Oh, it's already playing. Let's pause it and then take a listen to it from the start. God, YouTube gets so excited. And let's take a listen to this one here live on Your Music Live. Grunge is not dead. It's just been sleeping. Yes, a chugging good chime indeed. Yes, we're all getting angsty and throwing up the horns for that one. Yeah, well done. Well constructed. We need a little boost sometimes, in my opinion. Yeah. So again, I do forget. I do get caught up in the music, and I forget that we are trying to help people and help improve all the music that we're creating here. But yeah, and as Tom says, all this needs is some nasty vocals, and it's perfect. Yeah, just some yeah, big change of pace, heavy, really tight playing. Exactly. I want to break something, says Dan. Absolutely. Alrighty. Deep and Andy says deep and gets a great drone sound. Definitely heavy. Absolutely. Well done there. That was good. Take it back, Joe Gamlin. Make sure it's in our list here so that you can go and take a listen to Take It Back from Joe. Yeah. So I think as a few folks were alluding to, I think that the guitars there were just kind of a little buried in some parts. I kind of wanted it to slap me in the face a little bit harder. So I don't know if that's a really good technical way of saying it. In fact, a video I've got coming out in a couple of days about EQing guitars, about getting complementary EQ, because it sounded like you had a guitar on the left and a guitar on the right. To me, they just sounded a little bit similar. I think it would have really slapped hard if you just changed up the tone of the left and the right, maybe use some complementary EQ, some slightly different guitar tones, just to really bring it front and center and really just smack you in the face. So, yeah. That's my view on that one, but yeah, very well done. I like that. Oh yes, we got the new sound pack. So the new GarageBand sound pack. Is everyone excited about the new GarageBand? Yes, you do need iOS 14 to install it. I've taken the plunge. I've got iOS 14 on my iPad Pro now, and we will be in GarageBand weekly in a couple of days' time. We'll be taking another look, and I've got more videos that I'm working on. And in fact, did you hear? Slight aside here, but for my GarageBand user friends, did you hear that they've actually updated the sampler? Patrick over at the GarageBand Guide. Go to the GarageBand Guide because you should anyway. But check out Patrick's latest video over at the GarageBand Guide because they haven't changed a lot about the sampler, but it's got a cool new look and it looks like it's going to be a lot easier to use in the future. And they've actually finally updated it to make it look like the rest of the app. So they've snuck in a little bit of a new one there, which is cool. Righty. Let's, EmoBot says been playing with it ever since it came out. I know, I made the video yesterday and then I'm like, I better get back to work and start, writing my email newsletter and doing all the other things I need to do. And then I completely spaced out and just played with keyboard sounds for the next 2 hours. So go figure. And yes, they updated the UI. That's a good way of saying it, Jade. They just updated the user interface of the sampler, and now it looks a little bit neater and cleaner. It doesn't have those bubbly buttons of the decade ago. It kind of looked a lot like iOS 5 before. It looked like those, when you had back on the iPhone 3, where you had everything was bulbous and kind of looked like big drops of water. Anyway, they've done that. Yes, new sound pack, trying to find my way around. Yeah, new sound pack, new sounds. Jump on in and check it out. I did a video on it yesterday, as did Patrick, as did others. And like I said, check out that new one from Patrick about the new stuff. Scott says that many of the AUV3s I have been updated to support iOS 14, so I'll likely switch to my iPad. Been using it on my iPhone. Yeah, I'll get there. And yeah, as soon as Final Touch is the painful one. Unfortunately, Positive Grid don't have a super track record of being super up to date. So hopefully, Positive Grid's apps will get themselves. I don't think Final Touch has had an update since about iOS 11, to be honest. Not a significant one. They've just kind of kept it together with gaffer tape. But it is such a cool app that I certainly do hope also that it continues to be able to be stuff. Good wording, Pete. Well done. I'm not saying now, I'm just saying random words. Let's come back here and see who else we've had sending us some stuff during the week. So Bones DeLagacy says, "Hi Pete, I'm Bones DeLagacy from Separation Team in California. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on my single Leopold from my first EP that I dropped this year." Very cool. Now we've got a Spotify link here. So you know what we do with Spotify links? No, it's not bad. We throw them into songwhip.com. So if you don't know about songwhip.com, that was GarageBand Guide. GarageBand Guide. So the GarageBand Guide. Patrick, our friend over there, is who you need to check out. But yeah, let's come in here. So Songwhip is a great platform by a guy called Wilson Page, who's a very nice guy. He's a Brit, and he's a very nice chap. And he made this. And what you can do with Songwhip is you can paste in any link to Google Play, to iTunes, to Apple Music, to Spotify. And here's what it does. Look at this magic voodoo stuff. You paste in the Spotify link, it creates a landing page for your track. So here it is. It's got your album artwork there. This is Leopold, Bones DeLagacy. And here, I can actually go in and find it. I can buy it, or I can find it on any streaming platform. So this is cool. I know a lot of folks are on Spotify, and it's easy to just share a Spotify link. But this way, if someone's using Apple Music, or if someone's using Tidal, or Amazon, or YouTube Music, they're still going to get a link. So it just makes it so much better for sharing your music, not just sort of pigeonholed, because Spotify does have pretty high penetration, but it's only around 50 to 60%, I think. There's a lot of other people using a lot of other services. So let's click the YouTube link here. Oh, actually, before I do that, can we go back? I need to copy this. I need to copy the Songwhip link. All right, we'll just use the YouTube link here. But you know how to get a Songwhip link there now as well. So let's bring this back to the start, and we'll play this one. So this is again from our friend Bones DeLagacy. This is a track called Leopold. That's about all I know about it. I don't know the genres. I don't know much else. But we're going to turn up the volume. We're going to hit play, and we're going to play it here on Your Music Live. Let's do it.
Funny how they think, but listen boy, I don't do a thing. I just do mine, yeah. Don't invite me as to turn awake. Overcast the sun shines, you hear me when I'm flying through the rain, yeah. Take a look around and stand the rain, man. Listen, all the mixer and affection, yeah. Boy, I'm about to teach your ass a lesson. I avenge my death if I ever get to pressing. We've been in position, homie, chasing with ambition. Because of this cycle of the mind, paranoid signs. Never catch me stressing, buying smoke, I keep inhaling. Thieves nowadays, all the youngins knew the killing. Got my lungs aching, turning black, I know the feeling. Everybody drilling, saying shit, I keep on hearing. Pay no attention, my own portraying image. I got no friends, cause I took to chase the millions. cut off them ties, only few keep connection. And honestly, I know why they flipping off that motherfucking message. Two-faced bitches, yeah, I bet they quit.
We're only allowed about one F-bomb per show. And we're playing a Jade Star track later. I did see the parental advisory. We're not G-rated or PG-rated. We're about M-rated here. YouTube just likes at the start of each show I say to YouTube, yeah, we'll be good. We won't have too many cussing and cursing. But yeah, really like this. Again, nice, classically done and well balanced. Reminds me of De La Soul. Absolutely. Like the sound effects thrown in. Yeah, again, when you've got a song like this, it's our first 808 sighting. We've had in previous weeks we've had a few tunes that had some cool tuned 808s, and this is just a so it gives it a really nice mix because you have the nice melody elements and components at the top there. You have your rap beat going on in the middle. You got your beats, and then you got your 808. So yeah, it just kicks along nicely. That's a very cool tune. Thank you, Bones de Legacy, tune called Leopold. Very professional sounding track. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. It was cool. And again, you can listen to it because I'll put the links down in the description. But yeah, if again, we don't want the stream to be cut off because of excessive. Again, we get away with a few. It's no problems. But we don't want excessiveness. Otherwise, we get taken down. And that would be no fun because I want to play more tunes, more cool songs. Bones de Legacy. I'm just going to put in the description, Leopold, and paste it in and save that one. All right, let's go back and find another track, shall we? Yes, I have seen our friend Dan lurking here. Dan Eckberg says, I have a song that I'm thinking about releasing next month. Oh, we'll bring this back up here. Song that I'm thinking about releasing next month, and I could use some options from you and the Your Music Live crew. Here you go. You're being recruited, crew. The community, it is your turn to help our buddy Dan. I'm not sure about the mix, and I'm going to replace the virtual guitars with real guitar. The song is called Congratulations, You're Human. I like it already. Love the title. Let's bring this one up, shall we? We'll come over, paste it in, get ourselves ready to rock, funk, or otherwise. There we go. Right, we'll bring it on over. We're back on slaps, so you know we love us some slaps. I've got to make sure I save these in. I forgot to save the last slaps track that we did. Let's take a listen to this one, shall we? Over on slaps. And now this is Dan Eckberg. Congratulations, you're human. And Dan says the same stuff. Working on the mix on this one. So give Dan some productive feedback and some things that he can work on with this one if you happen to have anything. Dan Eckberg live on Your Music Live.
Wake up, get out of this bed, shake the cobwebs out of my head. Cup of coffee, start the shower, get the stick off, don't you holler. Look around and find my shoes, gotta kick away these blues. One day I'll find some proof, now it's time to spit the truth. We wait, we break, we find these pieces that ruin. Hooray, today, congratulations, you're human. We wait, we break, we find these pieces that ruin. Hooray, today, congratulations, you're human. Walk around feeling smooth. Takes time to hit this groove.
How cool is that? We've got a bit of an 80s vibe going on there. We've got a bit of the pop vibe. You've got a bit of funk there. I like the effect on the vocals. That was super cool. And and then they've got a catchy chorus going on there. Again, nice chord progression, nice simple vibe. Very nice. I like it a lot. Yep, great title, absolutely. One we thought, shouldn't it be You're Human? Yeah, sorry. I was going to mention that. I am a bit of a stickler for grammar. So if it's You're Human, would be a human that belongs to you. You Are Human would be apostrophe RE. I know, I'm sorry. I'm glad Scott did it. but I was going to have to say that as well. Yes, very cool. Let's come down here. Love the track. Was a bit vocal is a bit forward for me. Yeah. Maybe a little more reverb or delay on the vocal to just sort of bring it back into the mix a bit. It did sort of sit in front a little bit. So yeah, that's some good tips there from Lady Rodeline. Nice chorus. I did agree with that. Tom Rochelle says, Dan, I would take the lead vocals down a smidge. There you go. Cut a little bit more low end of them with the EQ. Yep. And very good, just correct the title, please. Yes, indeed. So it might sound cool. So Chuck in Cook. Yeah, that might sound cool if you double or triple track the lead, band them left and right, and reverb on the left and right, keeping the middle one dry. Yeah, there could be, I think, some effects, some mixing here with some effects, with some reverb, some delay, would be cool. And we've got Auntie G. The vocals are nice and laid back, but the beat's perhaps a bit too much. Yeah, so I think it's just that balance of between what you're getting, just balancing out the beat with the vocals is cool. Jade says, nice vibe. Definitely needs some work on the mix and pulling the vocals in a bit, and just needed to get in the pocket with the vocals a little more. So yeah, especially in that first verse, that was the thing that I had here in my mental notes, was that I think you just wasn't quite in the pocket, so you weren't quite hitting right on with the vocals in the first one. So I would probably and it might be the vocals, or maybe that some of the virtual instruments are not quite quantized. And I think with a track like that, you don't want to smash it and just make it perfectly on the grid, sort of computer ready, but you definitely want to make sure that it's nice and tight. And I think it just felt a little bit out on that first verse, but then I think it got back into it pretty well after that. Dan says, oh yeah, thanks for all the feedback, and I need to remember proper English. It is all good. It is all fine. Yeah, definitely keep doing it. And that's the whole point of this. As I say, it's not just something that I sprout out. It's that everything's a learning experience, and we are all just here trying the best that we can, and we're going to continue to do that. You've got unlimited retries. Well, as long as you're here, as long as you have 2 feet planted on the ground or your butt on the seat, because everyone has to sit down at the moment, you've got unlimited retries. So you just keep going. Keep working on this song. Once you're done with this song, work on the next song. Keep producing, keep creating, keep doing your thing, because why not? Why not? Absolutely. So let's continue on there. That was our friend Dan Eckberg. Let's jump into another song. Now, this is someone that I haven't played before, and I haven't even heard from before. So they sent me through last week after last week's show, and it's from our friend Douglas. He says, just found your channel over lockdown and thought I'd share one of our songs with you and your viewers. We created our channel during lockdown in Britain, and this was our second track. It was about what people go through when they have to shave their beards. I like it already. For some reason, it's an everyday chore. Some people enjoy getting rid of that scratchy stubble, but for others, it's a worst nightmare manifested in the blades of an electric shaver. Hope you enjoy it. And it's force-fed mash. Goodbye to the beard. I'm loving it already. Just make sure we have Dan's track. Yep, Dan's track is saved in there. Let's bring up this another track here. It looks like a YouTube link, so we'll bring it up over here on YouTube. And hit the pause button so that it doesn't play. Oh, it is already playing. It's playing. We're going to take it back because it looks like we've got a cool video to go along with it. Oh, I like this. I like it. I'm going to do this. Here we go. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Force Fed Mash with Goodbye to the Beard, the official music video. Let's turn it up loud and let's hit play here on Your Music Live.
I notice your beard's getting a little long there.
Ah, yes, you like the beard nice and long.
No, it's patchy.
What?
It's patchy.
Oh.
No, it looks like a gorilla's butt.
Oh. Okay.
The time has come. We've reached the end. You've served me well. loyal friend. I wish you didn't have to go, but I know someday you'll grow. But even when you grow and I see you again, it'll be a new you, it won't be you, my hairy friend. It's time to say goodbye to the beard. Oh, goodbye to the beard. We always knew it would come to this.
You always have to do that, don't you? When you're shaving off a beard, you always have to go through the different stages of different beards and try out a mow and try out weird sort of mutton chops and other things when you're doing it. I said it before, but how much fun is this? Man have skin too? They do. Yes. So cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people are just embracing a little bit of the craziness and a little bit of the ridiculousness, which is so much fun. It's like James Blunt, "Goodbye, my lover," for a beard. I know. Don't stop. It was so cool. It was, and you're gonna have to find out. Again, I love something that tells a story. I love a video and a song that tells a story, and it's very clear that the boys losing their beards. Yeah, is the thing. Oh, we got tears going on here. Sorry, I've cut it off too soon, haven't I? Yeah, we got beard related tears. You can't go on. Oh, it's all happening here. All right, we're going to have to come back there and listen to that one again, sure. Nice vibe. I think I'll keep my beard for now. I know I look ridiculous. I have a tiny mouth and I look really ridiculous without a beard. So no one wants to see that. Yeah, looks a little bit James Van Der Beek going on there with our friend there. Absolutely. Tom says you can just shave or you can write a song and record a video about it. The artist chose the latter and we are richer for it. Right? Exactly. It's just make those choices in life. Do the cool things. Do the fun things. Right. So that was Force-Fed Mash with Goodbye to the Beard, and what a fun video to go along with it. I'm now a fan. I'm a Force-Fed Mash fan because that is just too much fun. Alrighty, let's continue on and find our next tune, shall we? Now, where are we? We're nearly at the halfway mark. We'll play this tune, and then we're gonna play. I'm gonna have a quick mid-show break, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the entire song by Metheist called "World Divided." That's our friend Jade Star. Her new project, getting a lot of buzz, metal, rockin', just cool. Because I need a quick break. Yeah, so we'll play that tune and we'll play it in its entirety so Pete gets a quick comfort stop. But for now, let's come in here. This is from Chuckin Cookin. Yeah, I think I've seen you in the chat here. I had these tracks ready to upload to Ditto Music for my second EP recorded on iPhone 8 and some beats, but lost them due to having to restore my phone. No, I didn't have them updated to iCloud. Oh no. Luckily, I had it uploaded to YouTube for a 48-hour sneak peek. I went ahead and made it public again since it's all I have for now. If it's possible, please play track 1 or track 4. So this is B-Flavas, and we're going to copy this one. We'll bring it on over. And we'll put it into our browser and track 1 or 4. Now, this is just the link, so is it just going to play? I'm not sure what it's going to play. Okay, so track 1. All right, we'll play track 1. So this is track 1, Stories inspired by Ed Sheeran in the movie Yesterday. All right, let's bring this one up, shall we? We'll hit the button, and then we'll come on over. And we'll hit play on this one, and yeah. So this is now again. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say. That Chuckin Cookin Joneson. Is that it? I had a crack. I'm always gonna have it. I'm gonna have a go, and we've got something playing. It's already playing in the background. So let's bring it back to the start. We're gonna hit play on this one on Your Music Live. very cool. And I'm very sad that you don't have the mix to continue working on this because it's, as I think Sean said there, it's so close. There's probably some tweaks that I make on the mix just to sort of make it sit together. But yeah, really nicely done. Really interesting. Rick Neal liked it. Love the sound. Yeah, has that Lucy in the Sky with diamonds. Yeah, it's got to be that picture yourself on a boat. Yeah, on a boat in a river. I'm bad with Beatles lately. I really can't sing it. Buddy Asa, hello to you. I like the tremolo on that hard rock guitar. I did see Case sneak in too from the Netherlands. Hope you're doing well. Scott, yeah, I like the atmospheric sound to this mellow, cool song. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Jade. I'd like the vocals to be louder. I think they can actually come and push forward in the mix a little bit more, and that might actually bring it and make it a little bit more pleasant. But yeah, very, very cool. Hello, Gerard. Good to have you here, my friend. Welcome to the show. Good to have you around. Pexel, hello to you. Yeah, Lucy in the Sky is a good song. It sure is. Yes, and you're right, Scott. Tragic if the file is lost. Hopefully you find a way to resurrect it and to get back up and running there. Righty dokie, we are at it's the halfway mark. We're probably doing an hour and a half today, so we're probably actually at the 2/3 mark, if that's a thing. I've got a huge weekend of live stuff, and if I do 2 hours in Your Music Live, often it does my voice in, and then I can't do. By the time I reach the happy hour and then GarageBand Weekly, I've got no voice left to actually do anything else. Now, last week I said to Jade, you haven't had a track on the show for a while, and you've just released a new EP. And I know we had already played this sort of an earlier version a few weeks back, which is Jade's World Divided tune. There's also another track on the EP called, well, there's 3 tracks in fact. There's one called No More Lies, which we may save and play that in a couple of weeks' time, because the video is what you want to see. Jade's been working on this one for the last sort of, well, probably 4 to 6 weeks, but particularly in the last week, she's been kicking this one along, and I wanted to give it a play. And like I said, it's going to be good timing because it'll give Pete a comfort stop here. So we're going to fire this one up, make sure I've got the right link. Yes, the stereo version here, Jade. The stereo version of your track. I think you took down the mono version in furious anger because it again, that perfectionism. But no, it is fine to make sure that we have stereo because we're using StreamYard here and we can produce it in beautiful stereo sound. So now that you've all been mellowed out there by our last track, we're going to turn it up a notch, a whole notch. This one goes to 11. Let's do this. Now you're going to have to see, I haven't worked this out. The way my mixer works is you have to have me in the corner. So you'll just have the blank me because I'll pop out and I'll be back again. But if I turn me off, it turns off the audio because the audio is all coming through me. It's weird. I'll explain it later if you care. But so you're just going to see a blank me in the corner there. But please pay attention to the other 3/4 of the screen where we'll be taking a look at this one. This is Metheist with World Divided here on Your Music Live.
Control my power, we tear each other down.
go. Metheist World Divided. Our good friend, moderator here on the channel, Jade Star. You do need to go over and check out her How To App series where she goes through how that was created. That was all created using her mobile phones, iPhones, shooting the video, the iPad in LumaFusion, creating the video. Yeah, and it is pro quality stuff. The recording, the music, the video, the way it all came together, yeah, it is ridiculous. So I know, and I think as Auntie G said, she's like, you're in another league, Jade. And yeah, that is next level stuff. So do go and check that out. Check out the EP. I've got my copy. It's a 3-track EP. You will like all 3 tracks, and like I said, you'll have to wait until next week where we'll be playing the next another track from that one, which is No More Lies, which is also cool. So and sorry, I know I say a lot of good things. I'm trying to type the word Metheist, and it's not the easiest to type. I forgot my train of thought. Sorry, I get distracted by things. I wanted to make sure that one was down in the link. But yeah, go listen to Jade's music, Metheist. It's what, your 7th or 8th musical band artist name that you use? Yeah, very, very cool. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm so distracted. I feel so comfortable now after my comfort stop. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Let's continue on here. We've got time for a few more here, probably another 3 or 4 tracks. We've got an email here from our buddy Kevin, Park UK calling. Says, hi Pete, please find a link to my song Waterfall. Building on the last song, Timber song, Let the Music Speak, I thought I would try to do a song with some orchestral backing. Here we go. When writing this song, I was thinking of a scene in the film Last of the Mohicans, where the heroes were sheltering from their pursuers behind a waterfall, and that got me thinking, a waterfall as a metaphor for a safe and comforting embrace of a loving relationship. So that is the direction I went with the lyrics. So if someone was seeking this out. P.S. I know you like guitars, Pete, so I put a couple of electric guitars deep in the mix later in the track. There you go. That's a good way to make me play more of it. And P.P.S. if Gary Hubbs is listening, there is no glockenspiel, but there is a vibraphone and a harp. Love it, Gary. You got called out, my friend. No glockenspiel. Any cowbell? Always want more cowbell, don't you? Let's bring this one up. We've got a slaps link here from our man Kevin, Park UK. Let's bring it all over here and let's take a listen to this one. This is Park UK with Waterfall. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live. Play.
Flame and the fire burning in me. I see you, paper plane climbing higher, drowning in the beam. I rescue. You're the star and the shadow, a light too deep, an echo. Golden heart, golden jewel, guide me where you are. The miracle I knew before, to dream as lovers do, and beautiful our reward behind the waterfall. Behind the waterfall. Wonder why, how we're living, our gravity reminds you we were young, all that mattered never touch.
I wanted to keep it going so that we could take a listen to the guitars. But you and I are all going to have to go and search it out and listen to the song ourselves. Yeah, agree. Nice song. The orchestra backing is perfect. Yeah, reminds me a bit of the Smiths lead singer. Yeah, absolutely. Was well done. Great job, Kevin. Yeah, this is really swell. No glockenspiel though, Gary. No glockenspiel at all. But yeah, nice natural sounding vocals suit the smooth orchestral sound. And SM Borthwick, a lovely song. The orchestration works perfectly. It really does. And yeah, as he said, let's see if we've got some guitars coming in yet. Maybe not. We'll go back and listen to it again afterwards. So it is down in the description. All of the songs that we've listened to here today are down in the description that you can check out. And apologies in advance if I don't get to everyone's songs every week. I get a lot, and it's a good problem to have, and it's lovely. The problem is that we just don't have the time to actually play everything, which is a shame, but that's okay. We'll continue. We'll continue pushing through. And don't forget, you can get over to Slaps. Be like Kevin. Go over to slaps.com. Join up and post your music in Create, Record, Release and Your Music Live. So if you take a look here on slaps.com, you can actually release your music to different groups. And you can see here that Kevin's put his in the Your Music Live, but also the Create, Record, Release group, which is my Create, Record, Release group over on Facebook. If you're not already a member of that, I strongly recommend you do that. Getting some value out of this one today? I sure hope so. I'm having a lot of fun. I always have a great time here on Saturday mornings or Friday afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the world. It's the weekend or it's close enough to the weekend. If you're getting some value out of this one, if you're having some fun listening to these tunes, there's a little button with a thumbs up, a little dude doing this. You can press that one, and that just tells me that I should continue doing this. I love doing these shows, but because I'm playing other people's music, it's nothing. So there's no monetization. Well, let's just cut to the chase. I do this because I love it and because I want to support artists. So yeah, it's supported by me. So if you do want to help me out and help out the channel, you can do that. Again, you can subscribe if you're not already. You can hit the like button and everyone will have a good time. Speaking of a good time, I think I saw Michael had just left and I'm about to play his tune, which is really bad. So this is Michael, aka Triple Z Land Band or Triple Z Land Band. I don't know. So apologies, Michael, that yeah, you're getting your song played, and I think you've wandered off for supper, which is important for sustenance. I know I need breakfast. I'm getting peckish myself. I need another coffee and I need some breakfast. So let's come and take a listen and a look at this one. So this is our friend Michael. It's also a slaps.com link, and we're going to do that. Oh, Dan, you forgot to hit the thumbs up. I know people say, oh, shameless self-promotion, you telling people to hit the thumbs up. It's just that you forget. I'm watching videos sometimes, and it's not till the person I'm watching says, oh, yeah, and if you like this one, hit the like button. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, I don't even think about it, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. And thank you for the support there. I do appreciate it. Await Music for the super sticker. We have featured your music on the channel here before as well. You should check out all the people in this community. I'm not big, sorry, we will get to this tune. Sorry, Michael. I'm not the whole, like, the sub for sub thing is not actually a thing. Like, it doesn't work, right? For a number of reasons. I'm happy to explain it and rant about it at another date. But I'm not ever going to say, yeah, you subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you. You may not like what I do and I may not like what you do. But if you find something that you like, and if you're listening to some of these songs here today and you're like, hey, I really dig that vibe that person was putting out there, then check out their music, follow them, subscribe to them, do the things. If you don't, then don't. So that's where I say, that's at the start of all my shows, I'm like, if that's the sort of thing you're into, if you dig this kind of content, then subscribe. If you want to go and find some basket weaving content, don't subscribe to my channel. You're going to be sorely disappointed. The number of basket weaving videos I make is just devastatingly low for basket weaving fans. Anyway, apologies, Michael. Let's kick in with this one. This is a tune by Michael, the Triple Z Land Band. This is a tune called Prairie Dog, a tune with a country feel to it. Hope you like it. No instruments were damaged during the recording of this tune. Always happy to hear that. Let's take a listen to this one from Michael here on Your Music Live. I'm a sucker for a 3/4 or a 6/8 rhythm. Love me some waltz rhythm. Yeah, so cool. I like it. Hello, Fallen. Sorry for being late. Unacceptable, please. No, that's the beautiful part about this show. I'm not following you, Michael. I don't expect anyone to be here for the whole show. If you are, that's great. If you want to listen to all the tunes, that's great. I think we've got some cool stuff to play and to listen to here. But if you just want to drop in and drop out and then listen to some on the replay, check out the links down in the description and just jump around and see what you like, that's cool too. This is as much about music discovery and about just having a good time as it is about helping folks out. So yeah, really enjoyed that one. I liked it. And if you really want, nice and mellow, yes, Case, agree, and enjoyed that. I like it a lot. And well done, land. And as Jade says here, if you really want your basket weaving videos, join me on Patreon. And she's only slightly joking there because, I've been starting to share some not only early release videos, but some more exclusive stuff over on Patreon. And it's a lot of fun because you kind of get to dig behind the scenes. So if you thought this was unprofessional, wait till you see some of the things that I put out on Patreon. So last night, you got to see the behind the scenes of how I put out my email newsletter. I know, like, woo, yeah, basket weaving may have been more exciting, but also how I reply to comments and how I do things. So if you're more into the YouTube side of what goes on here, then joining me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month could be a thing that you may want to consider doing. Yes, that was nice and mellow, wasn't it? I do love that. Doom, 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 doom. It's that sort of clip, clop, clopping along on your horse kind of country vibe, wasn't it? Great acoustic sound. Sometimes I think instrumentals could benefit from vocals. Not this one, just right as it is. Yeah, it sort of sounds like it should be sort of in the background of like an independent, like Western movie, something like that. It was very, very cool. And yeah, easy listening. We'll definitely head over to Slaps to check it out. Yeah, do head over to Slaps. And again, Slaps, created by DistroKid. It's kind of a little sleeper site. It's a SoundCloud adjacent kind of site, but there's some cool stuff over there. You can actually share your own music. So let's just take a quick tour of Slaps since we have a few minutes here. So you can go in and you can check out. So this is mine. I've shared 11. I actually must put something up there. I've shared 11 tracks. It tells you how many followers you got and how many plays you've had. You've got all the different groups that you can put your music in, your influences there, and then all of your different tunes. So you can actually put your song there with your. It's really easy to upload. You can upload from mobile. You can upload from your computer. You can put your songs out there, and then you can let people listen to them and let you know what they think and give you some fire, but also let you just give you feedback. And I think that's what it's more about, is that whole feedback loop side of things. And again, made by DistroKid, who you know that I love, not only because they're a supporter of this channel, but I've been using DistroKid since for a long time, way before I worked with them. And there's a weird connection here. We'll pause for a 30-second anecdote. I interviewed on the channel here the wonderful Xylo Aria, and I discovered her because Dan Harmon over at DistroKid was on her podcast, and I was chatting with Dan, and he's like, "Oh, there's this really cool creator called Xylo Aria. She's from Australia. Do you know her?" And I'm like, "I don't know her." Looked her up. I'm like, "Yeah, she's got a podcast. She's got the MPW, the Music Production for Women platform." And I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." So I reach out to Xylo and say, "Hey, Xylo, would love to have you on the show." And then she came on. We did the interview. That was all really cool. And then she said, "Pete, I'll interview you for the podcast." So then we did a podcast interview on Thursday. So I love those sort of just random serendipitous moments where you're just talking to one person, it leads to another person. And if you follow that, if you choose to say yes to trying new things and to opportunities, and I'll say that in one breath, and then I'll say, but you also need to say no. You need to know what to say yes to and what to say no to. I know that's a double. I've just basically given you two pieces of advice, but yet know what you want to do and try to do what you want. Don't say no to things just because they're outside your comfort zone, or you don't think it's going to work, or you don't think it's possible. Go for it, do it. But at the same time, choose what you want to do, because again, if you say yes to everything, you might as well say no, because you're just going to run out of time, energy, and everything in between. We better listen to a couple more tunes before we finish up here, because where are we? Yeah, we've got probably about 12 minutes to go. We'll do a 90-minute show today. Otherwise, the voice will be gone. So that was our friend Michael there. Alrighty, let's continue on here. Now, I think we had a song here. Yeah, we've got a couple here that we'll finish off with. from folks who have actually been here. So I want to make sure we sort of prioritize some of these. So Sean Hurley, hello to you. Sean says, here's the first recording I made for the studio live today. Milieu, great word. It came together very organically, the words going across, layering the vocals and developing the mantra type background vox and singing nonsense until I coalesced it into something that had a meaning. Still not sure about how mastering works, so that'll have to be the next step. Anyway, I hope you all like it. Cheers from Sean. Cool. And we've got a SoundCloud link here to our friend Sean. We're going to copy this one. Looks like Sean's over there in Seattle, which is a good segue. I'm doing a grunge show. I know Seattleites are probably, is it Seattleites? Folks from Seattle are probably sick of people just assuming that everything in Seattle is grunge. And now I'll probably play this track and it'll just be like an epic grunge tune. Anyway, Sean is here in the chat. Good on you, Sean. We're going to hit play on this one. We'll bring it on up here. Here we go. This is a tune called High Chair, and it is by our friend Sean Hurley. We're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live. Let's do it.
When you gonna eat that bread? When you gonna swallow? When you gonna eat that bread? When you gonna swallow? When you gonna eat that bread? When you gonna swallow for me? When you gonna eat that bread? When you gonna swallow?
That was our friend Sean Hurley. What a really cool build-up. I think a few folks said that yeah, just the flow and the feeling of this track. It's something that you can't really teach and you can't really put your finger on, but when something's got that passion and that vibe and that feel, you know it's really just coming, like it's coming from deep inside. It's not nothing surface. This isn't just your pop music stuff. This is something that's got that grit and that grunt. It reminds me a bit of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, the Fun-Loving Criminals, just that real, just sort of like kicking back vibe, but with a little bit of grit to it. It's like you took some nice mellow laid back tunes and you rubbed them in the dirt until they were just a little bit filthy. Not really filthy, just a little. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but yeah, really digged it. Nice one. Yeah, really funky vibe. Nice build up. Loved the on the guitar at the start there. Yeah, and quality mixing. Like again, if you're just starting out with this, and if you're working on your mixing and your mastering, keep working at it because it's working. What you're doing there is working. You're going to be producing some very, very cool. Yeah, I know. I feel so mellow now. I'm just like sitting back here chilling, going, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, I'm still doing a show. That's right. I'm doing a live show. I better continue on with it. Alrighty. Yes. Build up and liked the vocal melody. Very, very cool, wasn't it? Now I haven't been doing my background work here and actually been putting these tunes in the list. So we better grab this one from Sean Hurley. We'll copy it and we'll put it in the list. This was Sean Hurley, High Chair. And I think I've missed I think I've missed at least a couple here. That I might not have put in here. So I'm going to have to I'm going to put some question marks to myself because I have to come back afterwards and update the track list because I think I've not played a couple of tracks. How are we doing? We've got time for one more. I think we can sneak one more in under the bar because I think, and I'm going to miss some people, and I do apologize. I know we only have a certain amount of time to actually do everything. But someone who's been a massive supporter of the channel here, I do need to give this one a spin here. This is our buddy Scott. Yes, we all know Scott. Says, I'd like to submit a track off my album set to release on November 1st. This is the second track from it. It's a simple acoustic guitar driven by ambient guitar lead and has a music box I recorded mixed in. A little experimental. And then a little bit here from Scott about the album. I'm going to post on CRR, Create Record Release Group, once it's released. But it's 10 tracks of instrumental, soundscape and ambient recording I've created from over the past year. I've shared some of the tracks before, but I wanted to arrange and share as a full-length album. So finally, a release and officially sharing something. It's what I've got, and I'll keep creating and improving. Love it. Thank you, Scott. I thought this would be something to go out on here today because, again, Scott has been a wonderful supporter of this channel and of this community. If the amount of feedback that Scott has been in here providing for other people and their music and the amount of love that he's given over time is incredible. So let's jump in and take a listen to this track now. We'll bring it up here on YouTube. This is Envelope Crush Reflection. We'll bring it on over here. Boom. We'll turn up the volume. This will be our last track here for today on Your Music Live. This is Scott with Envelope Crush Reflection here on Your Music Live. Oh, we're back. There you go. Wow, is everyone? Oh, what a chill way to end the show. That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Scott. I'm really keen to hear the whole album. I know I said it a bunch of times, but I love me some ambient chill vibes, and again, it's not an insult, but that's the sort of music I kick back to and listen to when I'm doing stuff that is maybe not the most interesting stuff. So that's my, answering emails, paying bills, doing admin, updating websites, updating links, writing email newsletters, all that sort of stuff. I listen to that sort of music because it is super engaging, but not distracting. It doesn't distract you from what you're doing, but it just sits there in the background, and it's just, that's the sort of tune that I'll get up in the morning and just sit there and do 5 minutes of meditation to, just listening, following it through. I love the way that I think someone in the chat here said, you never quite know with an ambient track where it's going. It's kind of leading you on a journey. And unlike your verse, chorus, verse kind of rock and pop stuff, you're not really ever sure where it's going to go. And that feeling of constant anticipation of what's next is actually super cool. Look, I agree. Yet another week of brilliant music. It really was. If you thought the music was cool, hit like, as much for me as for the people that have been sharing their music, because I do love doing this show. I do this show for you. So for artists and to help promote, and not even to promote, just to give some exposure and to get people sharing it. I know for some folks, it's the first time they've ever publicly shared any music. And I think this is a safe and nurturing environment where we're all here, we're all doing the same stuff. I don't care if you've been doing this for 1 month or for 20 years. We're all here in the same boat. We're all people. We're all trying to do the best we can and share the best music we can hear. Thank you to Stu. Oh, yeah, by the way, fantastic song. Very cool and nice visuals. Yeah. And no, thank you, Scott. Thank you for sharing. Sorry, I moved on from Scott's actual song and forgot to do the rest. But yeah, I agree with you, Stu. Always a cool night. I don't know how every week we have enough really cool tunes to fill another hour and a half to 2 hours, but we do. And if you were missed today, don't worry. If you've emailed me with YML, we will circle back. I'll try to catch up, but again, it's a nice problem to have. Sean, thank you. Be safe, everyone. Once again, thanks to the great talents that we had this week. Appreciate it. Sion, thank you for being there. SM Borthwick, an extraordinary mix of music tonight. Thank you. No, thank you. And thanks to all who shared, and the fantastic night. Take care and see you tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a moment because it does involve our friend SM Borthwick tomorrow. Thank you, Gary Hubbs. Appreciate it. Tom Rochelle, I know, the standard, it just keeps going up. I don't share any of my music anymore because it's too hard. It's too nervous. No, it's not true. Everyone's welcome here. Thank you. Great music. Have a great weekend. Await music. Thank you. Appreciate it there. This was my first visit. Oh, good to have you here, Peace War. And you strike me as a great person. Well, thank you. Already subscribed. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And hope to see you around the channel. We do this every week. We have a lot of fun here. Thank you, Russ. Thanks for being here. And all this great music that would, and again, not to put too fine a point on it, but I do want to make sure that people actually have the opportunity to hear other people's music and to have their music heard. And I think we've got a pretty cool community here, and that's all you. That's you folks here joining me and doing this. It was late to see. That's all right. It's that kind of show. You can drop in, you can drop out, you can enjoy it. So let's wrap things up here because we are over time, over the 90 minutes here. If you did get some value, please hit the like button. That just helps me out and lets me know I should continue doing these shows. And we've got a heap more coming up over the weekend. So this time tomorrow, the same start time as this show tomorrow, we have Home Studio Q&A. That's our weekly Q&A show about all things recording. So if you are in the home studio and you're making music and you want to learn more, or you've got questions and you want to get me and the community here to help you, join me for that one. Straight after that, SM Borthwick, we've got a creator series interview with our friend Scott about his creations. We can find out about that new track and what was it? Empanadas? What was I can't remember the name of your new band. We'll have to talk about that tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. And then, of course, we've got the Happy Hour Grunge Edition. Get ready, get your flannel shirts ready for the Grunge Edition of the Happy Hour, and then GarageBand Weekly to finish off the weekend. So a heap coming up here on the channel, as well as a bunch of other videos that you can check out. Just head on over to studiolivetoday.com. There you can find out how to join me on Patreon, how to support the channel. You can check out the gear guide if you're in the market for new gear. And of course, you can catch up with the more than 1,200 videos that we have here on the channel, all designed to help you create, record, and release your best music. Please, folks, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep creating, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.